Hello everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode of Wahconah Weekly. We hope everyone had a great week.
In this episode, we have an interview with a member of the new Auto Club and some sports. Let's get into this week's news.
This week, we got the chance to interview fellow student Kendall Benlien. She was responsible for starting the new Auto Club at Wahconah, and we asked her about some of the club's future plans.
Where did you get the idea to start an auto club here at Wahconah?
Okay, so as most people know, we did have a class in the old school. I wanted to sign up for it for senior year, just wanted to change things up a bit and just have something fun for senior year. And I saw the class wasn't listed in the registration. And so I was really confused. I reached out to my guidance counselor. She said the class was gone. And so I was very upset about that because it was kind of a new interest for me and I wanted to learn more. So for a while I was just sad about it. And then I decided to talk to Mr. Heiser about possibly starting a club. He was interested in it right off the bat and we started working on starting it.
That's great. What was the process like actually starting the club and getting people interested in stuff?
So originally I never really knew how to start a club. I know there's been student-based clubs in Wahconah, so I talked to some teachers who had their own clubs and asked what their processes were, which basically you need a sponsor, which was Mr. Heiser, some sort of teacher to run it. Mm-hmm. And obviously we needed to get people interested, so I had a couple posts on my social media. I had my family and friends share it, and we started to get the word out there. And then I was able to work with Mr. Rob, ask him if that would work out for everybody, and he said yes. And so we made an announcement, and he started announcing it on the morning announcements, and we had our first meeting yesterday.
That's so cool. What do you guys do in Auto Club, as a club?
So as of now, we've only had one meeting. We started with just some basic getting to know everybody, trying to get to know where everybody's levels are, and then in the future we're planning on doing more hands-on activities. So because we don't have the class anymore, we don't really have access to the tools and the equipment that they had as a class. We don't have lifts or anything, so we are trying to base it more on basics. So we have a lot of seniors who wanted to join the club, and some of them have their own car or a family member's car that they drive to school, and so we're able to work with those, explain what the essential fluids are, how the brakes work, just more basic things, and then we'll be able to move on to some more advanced hands-on experiences.
Are there any specific events or specific major activities that you guys are planning on holding in the future?
So we don't really have any events really planned yet, but we do want to work, like I said, more hands-on, but first we got to really learn the parts. So it'll be kind of an upgrade going from working on paper or on the internet and actually learning what the things we're going to be working with are. And then once we do some hands-on experiences, we'll actually be able to do those things. So we'll be able to do an oil change, replace essential fluids, stuff like that. So those are really the big things, are actually being able to work on a car, not just learning about it.
Thank you so much, Kendall.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice to hear about.
Thanks so much again to Kendall for sitting down with us, and we look forward to seeing the help that this club will offer other students.
This week in sports, the football team won their match last Friday against Clinton 48-14. Jonah Smith scored 3 touchdowns, one of those being a 63-yard touchdown, and Xander Walton scored another touchdown midway through the 4th quarter, and now they advance to the semifinals against Northbridge. The boys soccer team lost to Hampshire 4-0 on Sunday in the Division IV quarterfinal game. And finally, the cross-country team qualified for states this weekend at their meet this past Saturday, coming in 7th overall. Thank you for watching this episode of Wahconah Weekly. To stay updated on our future episodes, subscribe to the DCTV YouTube channel and follow us on our various social media pages linked in the description.
This has been Devyn and Mars bringing you Wahconah Weekly. See you next week.